My beloved child, before you continue with your day, be still for just a moment and allow your heart to become quiet. There are times in life when the noise around you becomes so loud that you forget my voice has never stopped speaking. You have searched for answers in many places. You have questioned your purpose, your direction, and even your own strength. Yet through every unanswered question, every unexpected delay, and every silent night, I have remained beside you. You may not have recognized my presence in every moment, but I have never taken my eyes away from you. If these words have reached your heart today, do not treat them as an accident. Sometimes a single moment of reflection can become the beginning of a completely new chapter. Stay with this message until the end because every sentence builds upon the last, and what you discover may encourage your heart in ways you did not expect. There were moments when you believed doors had closed forever. You wondered why opportunities disappeared, why certain people walked away, and why your plans seemed to fall apart just when you thought everything was finally coming together. What you could not see was that I was protecting you from paths that were never meant to define your future. Not every delay is a denial. Not every closed door is a loss. Sometimes I remove what is familiar so I can prepare you for something far greater than your imagination has allowed you to see. You have measured your future by your present circumstances, but I see a much bigger picture than you can possibly imagine. The story is still unfolding, and the pages ahead have not yet been written. Do not let disappointment become the voice that speaks louder than hope. The difficult seasons were never designed to become your permanent home. They were classrooms where your patience, your wisdom, and your compassion were quietly growing. While you were asking why life felt so uncertain, your character was becoming stronger. While you wondered whether anyone noticed your efforts, I saw every quiet act of kindness, every tear that no one else understood, every moment you chose integrity instead of taking the easier path. Nothing has been forgotten. Every faithful step has meaning, even when the results have not appeared as quickly as you expected. There is something remarkable about hope. It grows strongest when everything around it appears uncertain. The world often teaches you to believe only what you can already see, but faith begins where certainty ends. It is choosing to keep moving forward even when the entire path is not visible. It is trusting that every sunrise carries new possibilities, even after a long night. You are not being asked to have every answer today. You are simply invited to take the next faithful step with courage. Each small decision made with love, honesty, and patience creates a future that you cannot yet fully understand. Perhaps you have compared your journey with someone else's. Perhaps you have watched others celebrate milestones while you quietly wondered when your own season would arrive. Comparison steals joy because it convinces you that another person's timeline should become your own. But I created every life with a unique purpose. Your path is not behind. Your story is not forgotten. Your timing has not been misplaced. Every chapter is unfolding according to a wisdom greater than what your eyes can currently see. Trust the process even when it feels slow, because growth that lasts is rarely rushed. Remember how many times you thought you had reached the end, only to discover later that it was actually a new beginning. The challenges you survived became evidence that you were stronger than your fears. The prayers that seemed unanswered often returned in ways you never expected. What once looked like rejection eventually revealed itself as protection. Looking back, you can already see moments where confusion later became clarity. Let those memories remind you that today's uncertainty does not determine tomorrow's outcome. Lift your eyes beyond today's worries. The future is not built only by extraordinary moments but by ordinary acts of faithfulness repeated day after day. Speak words that bring peace. Choose forgiveness even when bitterness feels easier. Show kindness even when no one is watching. Continue learning, growing, and believing that your efforts matter. Small seeds planted consistently produce remarkable harvests over time. Never underestimate the influence of a hopeful heart that refuses to surrender to fear. As you continue listening, allow these words to settle deeply within you. Do not rush past them. Reflect on what has truly been shaping your heart during this season. There may be changes ahead that begin quietly before they become visible. Sometimes the greatest transformations happen within a person long before anyone else notices them. When your perspective changes, your decisions change. When your decisions change, your future begins to change as well. This is how lasting transformation often begins. Not with noise, but with steady faith, renewed hope, and the courage to keep moving forward. So today, choose hope over discouragement. Choose gratitude over complaint. Choose faith over fear. The road ahead may still contain questions, but it also contains possibilities you have not yet imagined. Walk forward with confidence, knowing that your story is still being written, your purpose still matters, and your best chapters may still be waiting to unfold. Stay with this message, because there is still more to discover, and the journey has only just begun. A new season begins with a quiet decision, not with loud applause. My beloved child, there is a reason your heart has not stopped searching for hope. Every question you have carried, every moment you wondered whether your efforts truly mattered, and every time you chose kindness instead of giving up has shaped you into someone stronger than you realize. Today, pause for a moment and listen carefully. You may have been looking for dramatic signs while overlooking the quiet ways your life has already begun to change. The greatest transformations often begin long before they become visible. What is growing inside you today will become the strength you depend on tomorrow. There is something I want you to remember. Your future is not determined by your greatest mistake, your biggest disappointment, or the opinion of someone who failed to understand your value. Your future is built one faithful step at a time. Every act of patience, every honest choice, every moment you decided to keep moving forward instead of giving in to discouragement has created a foundation that cannot be seen yet. Many people give up just before they discover how close they were to a breakthrough in wisdom, peace, or purpose. Continue walking forward with confidence, even when progress feels small, because steady progress is still progress. You have asked why certain opportunities never worked out the way you expected. You have wondered why some prayers seem to take longer than you hoped. Sometimes the answer is not that you were forgotten. Sometimes the answer is that your heart needed to grow before your hands could safely hold what you were asking for. Preparation often feels ordinary while you are living through it, but later you recognize that every lesson had a purpose. Looking back, you will see that nothing meaningful was wasted. Do not carry yesterday's worries into tomorrow's possibilities. Every sunrise is an invitation to begin again with fresh courage. Speak words that build others up. Offer forgiveness where resentment once lived. Let gratitude become stronger than fear. These simple choices may appear small, but over time they shape a life filled with peace, wisdom, and lasting joy. A gentle heart often accomplishes more than a restless one. There will always be voices telling you to hurry, compare yourself with others, or believe that you are behind. Ignore those voices. Every person's journey is different. Your path has been designed with its own timing, its own lessons, and its own opportunities. Celebrate the progress you have already made instead of focusing only on how far you still want to go. Growth is not measured by speed alone. It is measured by faithfulness, consistency, and the willingness to keep learning. Think for a moment about the challenges you have already overcome. At one time, they seemed impossible. Yet here you are, stronger, wiser, and more compassionate because you kept moving forward. Those experiences did not arrive to define you. They arrived to prepare you. The courage you discovered then will help you face every opportunity that lies ahead. Confidence grows when you remember how far you have already come. If your heart has been searching for reassurance, let this truth settle deeply within you. You are not expected to know every answer today. You are invited to trust the next step. The future is built through daily faithfulness, not through perfect certainty. Continue planting seeds of kindness, honesty, patience, and hope. In time, those seeds will become blessings that reach farther than you can imagine. Take a quiet moment today to reflect on what truly matters. Let go of unnecessary fear. Replace worry with purpose. Replace doubt with gratitude. Choose to become the kind of person who brings peace wherever you go. The world changes when ordinary people consistently choose goodness over discouragement. Your influence may be greater than you realize, and your story is still unfolding one meaningful chapter at a time. As this journey continues, keep your heart open, your mind steady, and your hope alive. The chapters ahead have not been written yet, and they hold possibilities you cannot fully see today. Walk forward with confidence, continue growing, continue believing, and remember that every new day offers another opportunity to become the person you were created to be. Your journey is still unfolding, and the best pages of your story may still be ahead. Listen with a peaceful heart, my beloved child, because some of the greatest changes in life begin with a quiet realization rather than a dramatic moment. You have been looking for certainty, yet I have been teaching you confidence. You have been searching for perfect timing, yet I have been helping you grow through every ordinary day. There is a purpose in the season you are living right now, even if you cannot fully recognize it. Every challenge has strengthened your patience. Every unanswered question has expanded your wisdom. Every delay has given you an opportunity to become stronger than the person you were yesterday. Do not underestimate what is happening within you, because lasting transformation always begins inside before it becomes visible on the outside. There have been moments when you believed that nothing was changing. You looked around and saw the same surroundings, the same routine, and the same unanswered questions. Yet beneath the surface, your perspective has been changing in ways you never expected. You have become more compassionate. You have learned to value peace over unnecessary conflict. You have discovered that true strength is not found in never facing difficulty, but in continuing to move forward with hope even when the road is uncertain. These are not small victories. They are the foundation of a meaningful future. Do not allow temporary disappointment to convince you that your story has stopped moving forward. A chapter is never the entire book. Some pages contain waiting. Some pages contain learning. Some pages contain joyful surprises that could never have happened without everything that came before them. Trust that every experience has added something valuable to your journey. The wisdom you carry today was built one lesson at a time, and the confidence you are developing will help you recognize opportunities that you may have overlooked in the past. Remember this whenever uncertainty tries to take your attention away from hope. Your value has never depended on the approval of other people. It has never been measured by popularity, possessions, or comparisons. Your value has always been present. The gifts you have been given are unique, and they were never meant to be compared with someone else's path. Instead of asking why another person's journey looks different, ask how you can become more faithful with the opportunities placed before you today. Small acts of kindness, honesty, and perseverance often create the greatest impact over time. Take a moment to think about the people whose encouragement changed your life. Most of them probably did not perform extraordinary acts. They simply showed up with patience, compassion, and sincerity. You have the opportunity to become that kind of influence for someone else. A kind word may restore someone's confidence. A listening ear may bring comfort to a discouraged heart. A generous spirit may inspire hope where fear once lived. Never underestimate the quiet influence of a life guided by love and wisdom. There will always be reasons to become discouraged if you focus only on what you have not achieved yet. Instead, remember how many moments once seemed impossible until they became part of your story. Every obstacle you overcame prepared you for another opportunity. Every lesson you learned became a tool for the future. Looking back, you can already see that many situations which once felt confusing eventually became meaningful. Let those memories remind you that today's unanswered questions may become tomorrow's greatest testimonies of growth and perseverance. As you continue your journey, choose peace over panic, patience over frustration, and gratitude over complaint. Begin each day believing that new opportunities can appear in ordinary places. Sometimes a meaningful conversation changes everything. Sometimes a simple decision opens a new direction. Sometimes the smallest act of courage becomes the beginning of the greatest season of growth. Remain open to learning, remain willing to grow, and continue walking forward with confidence. The future does not belong only to those who have every answer. It belongs to those who continue taking faithful steps even while they are still learning. Keep building your life with honesty, humility, wisdom, and hope. Continue becoming the person you were created to be. Every day is another opportunity to choose kindness, strengthen your character, and inspire those around you through your example. As these words settle into your heart, remember that true transformation rarely arrives all at once. It grows through daily choices, steady faith, and consistent perseverance. Continue believing that your story has purpose. Continue trusting that every season has meaning. Continue moving forward with courage, because your journey is still unfolding, your potential is still growing, and some of the most meaningful chapters of your life may still be waiting just beyond the horizon. Now, my beloved child, let your heart become still once more and reflect on how far you have already come. There was a time when you believed certain moments would define your entire future, yet here you are, stronger, wiser, and filled with a deeper understanding than you had before. Growth often happens so quietly that you do not notice it until you look back. Every lesson has added something valuable to your character. Every season has shaped your perspective. Nothing that strengthened your compassion, your patience, or your wisdom has ever been wasted. Do not allow today's uncertainty to hide tomorrow's possibilities. Many people spend so much time worrying about what they cannot control that they overlook the opportunities already placed before them. Lift your eyes and notice the blessings that have quietly surrounded you. A new day is another opportunity to begin with hope, to speak with kindness, to act with integrity, and to encourage someone who may need a reminder that brighter days are possible. Even the smallest decision made with love can begin a chain of goodness that reaches farther than you can imagine. Remember that peace does not come from having every answer. Peace grows when you learn to trust each faithful step. There will always be questions you cannot solve immediately, but you do not need to know the entire journey before taking the next step forward. Continue building your life with honesty, humility, gratitude, and courage. These are the foundations that remain strong through every changing season. What you practice consistently today becomes the strength you depend on tomorrow. Do not be discouraged if your progress seems slower than you expected. The tallest trees grow through countless ordinary days that no one celebrates. Lasting character is developed through steady choices repeated over time. Continue choosing forgiveness instead of resentment. Continue choosing patience instead of frustration. Continue choosing hope instead of despair. These decisions shape not only your future but also the lives of those who will one day be encouraged by your example. When you feel tempted to compare your journey with someone else's, remember that every life has a unique purpose. Another person's success does not reduce your own potential. Your story has its own timing, its own lessons, and its own opportunities. Celebrate the victories of others while remaining faithful to your own path. The greatest fulfillment comes from becoming the person you were created to be, not from becoming a copy of someone else. Look back for a moment and remember the obstacles that once seemed impossible. They taught you resilience. They taught you patience. They reminded you that difficult moments do not last forever. If you overcame those seasons, you can also meet tomorrow with confidence. Every challenge that strengthened your character has prepared you for opportunities you may not yet see. Carry this truth with you wherever you go. Your words have power, your actions have influence, and your kindness can become a light for someone else. Offer encouragement freely. Listen with compassion. Lead with humility. The world changes through ordinary people who consistently choose goodness. Never underestimate the impact of a peaceful heart and a generous spirit. As this chapter comes to a close, remember that your journey is still unfolding. Continue learning, continue growing, and continue believing that every day offers another opportunity to become wiser, kinder, and stronger. Walk into tomorrow with confidence, grateful for today's lessons and hopeful for what lies ahead. The best chapters of a meaningful life are often written one faithful step at a time, and your story is still being written with purpose, hope, and enduring grace. As you continue listening, my beloved child, let these words settle deeply into your heart. There are moments that seem ordinary while you are living through them, yet years later you recognize that they quietly changed the direction of your entire life. Today may be one of those moments. Not because everything around you will suddenly become different, but because your understanding is beginning to grow. A transformed heart sees opportunities where fear once saw obstacles. A peaceful mind notices blessings that worry once overlooked. The change you have been hoping for often begins within long before it becomes visible around you. You have carried questions that no one else has heard. You have smiled through days when your heart felt uncertain. You have continued moving forward even when the path seemed longer than expected. Do not think those moments have been unnoticed. Every choice to remain honest when dishonesty seemed easier, every decision to forgive instead of holding resentment, every act of kindness offered without expecting recognition has shaped you into someone stronger than you realize. Character is not built in comfort alone. It grows through faithfulness during ordinary days. There is a powerful truth you must never forget. The future is influenced by the choices you make today. Speak words that encourage instead of discourage. Let patience become stronger than frustration. Replace unnecessary worry with thoughtful action. Continue learning. Continue growing. Continue believing that each day is another opportunity to become wiser than you were yesterday. Progress does not always arrive in dramatic moments. Sometimes it appears quietly through small, consistent steps that eventually lead to remarkable destinations. Do not allow regret to become the loudest voice in your life. Every experience has taught you something valuable. Even the seasons that felt difficult strengthened qualities that success alone could never produce. You learned resilience. You learned compassion. You learned gratitude for simple blessings that might otherwise have gone unnoticed. Looking back, you may discover that what once appeared to be an obstacle eventually became one of your greatest teachers. Nothing that helped you grow in wisdom has been wasted. When you feel uncertain, remember that hope is strengthened by daily practice. Wake each morning expecting opportunities to learn something new. Look for ways to encourage another person. Offer forgiveness where it is needed. Show generosity without expecting applause. These quiet decisions shape a life filled with meaning. The greatest influence often belongs to those who consistently choose goodness, even when no one is watching. Do not compare your journey with anyone else's. Every person has a unique purpose, unique lessons, and unique timing. Celebrate the progress you have already made instead of focusing only on what remains ahead. Growth is rarely measured by speed. It is measured by faithfulness. The strongest foundations are built patiently, one day at a time. Trust that your story is unfolding with purpose, even if every detail is not yet clear. Remember the moments when you thought you could not continue, yet somehow found the courage to take one more step. That same courage is still within you today. Every challenge you have overcome has become evidence that you are capable of meeting tomorrow with confidence. Let those memories strengthen your heart whenever doubt tries to distract you. You have already overcome more than you once believed possible. Carry this truth wherever life leads you. Peace grows where gratitude is practiced, wisdom grows where humility is welcomed, and hope grows where kindness is shared. Choose to become a source of encouragement. Speak with gentleness. Act with integrity. Let your life reflect the values that endure through every season. The influence of a compassionate heart reaches farther than you may ever know. As this part of the journey comes to a close, continue walking forward with confidence and purpose. Every sunrise brings another opportunity to begin again with hope. Every new day offers another chance to grow in wisdom, strengthen your character, and bring light into the lives of those around you. Your story is still unfolding, your purpose continues to grow, and the chapters ahead hold possibilities that can only be discovered by taking the next faithful step with courage, patience, and an open heart.